Howdy, folks. I know I don't normally do anything on Shabbat, and I am failing terribly today. However, I think that this needs some attention brought to it. So, you've heard me often talk about the, whole Democrat Republican thing and how I think that it's pretty much just a sham and that all these politicians are just working together. And as long as they can keep you divided, and as long as they can keep two or more sides of you fighting and bickering back and forth, they can get away with doing absolutely anything that they want. Now, there are people that have made their way up the learning curve to have figured this out. But now I have to look even larger because of a speech that was just made. Check this out. Russia calls out Western elites at UN. And it goes on to say, years of NATO encroachment on Russia and the West's refusal to negotiate over Ukraine left Russia no choice but to launch its special military operation, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov told the UN on Saturday. However, and this is what I'm talking about, Lavrov added that Russia is now shaping the future of the world order. Now, I know this isn't the first time that we've heard a statement as such. I get that. But here's the thing. I can assure you that this nonsense, this politics game that goes on in the United States is a circus sideshow. And anybody that falls for it, that is what it is. Whatever. But we need the mature people to speak for a moment and pay attention to this. Because that's what they are doing here. The same thing that the U.S. politicians have done to divide the American people. The nations are doing the same thing to divide the nations. Now, we watched this whole diversity thing get thrown at us, right? And, people that were supposedly preaching tolerance were being the most intolerant people that there were, right? We get that. We know that it's an upside-down, topsy-turvy world. The same is true with this. They actually are stealing all of our identities by saying that, pushing this everything and everyone is inclusive mindset. They're actually taking away our individual identities. And a lot of people don't realize that that's what they're doing. But that is exactly what they are doing. They're trying to steal every bit of individuality that you have. They've been doing it for quite some time. They've been using social engineering. And they may have a facade that this is all inclusive and this is about diversity, but it's not. It's about hate. It's about intolerance. It's about division. And the nations are doing the exact same damn thing that we sat there and watched. Or at least I did. I can't speak for everyone, but I do know there are those of us that sat back and watched all this nonsense while everybody's all rooting and cheering for their team. There are those of us that sit back and we watch and we shake our heads in disbelief that so many people can be fooled for so long. Much like they are taking our identities with their crazy woke nonsense, I think they are going to use this whole World War III thing to take our national identities. This whole shaping the future of the world order is being talked about by everyone involved. Is it not? I really do think there is a whole lot more bait and switches going on than we can even fathom. Shalom.